Alrighty, good morning everybody. Today is September 29th, which means we are a week later. Who'da thunk it? This is the StellaLuna podcast, and this is episode 21. My name is Jackson, and I am your lovely host. I am also the dyer behind StellaLuna Fibre Co. I will have the links to my Etsy shop down below, as well as my Ravelry yarn page and my personal projects page and social media and all that good stuff in the description box. That will also be where you can find show notes such as patterns and things like that I'm talking about, and yarn, like who dyed what and stuff. So all of that good information will be listed down below. I'm going to start off with a tiny bit of shop news. Today is the 29th, which means that the first of the month is Saturday. That'll be October 1st. And the next month, the November StellaLuna Library Yarn Club listing will be up Saturday morning. So if you're interested, go check it out. This month's book inspiration is a contemporary romance with a heavy current of STEM in there, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's a very popular book. I really liked it. A lot of other people really liked it. Take your guess as to what it is. But it's a good one. I'm really excited for this colorway because I think that it's a good representation of the book without looking like the cover. It doesn't look remotely like the cover or anything like that, but it's a color that makes me really happy, and it's also very autumnal, so it feels kind of perfect. But anyways, that's my little bit of shop news in terms of the Etsy shop. Shop news adjacent, if you're in the Chattanooga area or live relatively close to Chattanooga, the Chattanooga Yarn Company will be opening on October 1st as well. My yarn is carried there, so go check them out if you're kind of in the area. Dana and Mary, who are the owners, are really lovely and very nice, and I'm going over there later today to drop off samples and a sign. So I get to get a sneak peek at what the store looks like, and I'm very excited. But that's it for shoppy stuff. Into the finished objects, because I got two. That hasn't happened in a while. They are both socks, so don't get too excited. But first up, because I was so close to being done with these last week, these are vanilla socks in my What If This Man Is Your Lancelot colorway on Tweed. And these are just absolutely lovely. I love these. Part of the reason I'm filming is because I am probably going to drop these off as a sample for a little bit until Rhinebeck, because I will be taking these to Rhinebeck with me for photographing sake. But this particular sock set is going to be, they have a few skeins of it in the shop, and then they've got some of the main colorway in BFL Aran, which is gorgeous. But anyway, so I'm going to drop this off as a sample for about a week and a half, and then go pick them up again and wear them at Rhinebeck and take pictures of them while we're up there and stuff. But these are just basic vanilla socks. I have my own kind of recipe. I cast on 64 stitches. I did 1x1 rib for the cuff for 20 rows, and then did 40 rows of straight stockinette, and then did a afterthought heel, so that happened once the socks were done. Did 65 stitches for the foot, and then did my normal super wedged toe. I just decrease every other round for my toes and my heels, because I have pointy feet, I guess. But anyways, so those are done, and I'm very happy. I finished these on Saturday while watching the Ole Miss Tulsa, is that who we were playing? Ole Miss Tulsa game, and watching Tennessee and Florida. Good lord. Brain is fried. There's just so much to do today, and I'm like, if you know that feeling. I'm sure you can commiserate with me. anyways, my second finished object are these Beauties. These are vanilla, these are the DK weight vanilla socks by Kay Litton. I wasn't following the pattern super strictly. I mainly used it to get the cast on numbers, and then I followed her heel turn and stuff. Everything else is kind of just whatever fit my foot, and then again did my usual wedgie toe, which doesn't look as wedgie here because these are DK weight, but this is, I casted these on, I looked the end of August last year, so these have been on the needles for way longer than a year, seeing as we are almost through with September now. But I casted these off on Monday. I'm very happy to have these done. I had finished the first sock like probably at the very beginning of September and was like, wow, these are so fast, and just promptly forgot to cast on the second sock. So I'm really happy to have these done. This is out of Woolberry Fibre Co. I think it's her berry tweed base or some variation of that. It's her tweed DK, so berry tweed DK I think is what it's called, in Falling Leaves. And one of the things I did also that was different from the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla sock pattern is I did a garter heel flap. So those are my two finished objects. How lovely. And then I've only got 3 works in progresses that I am going to show, just because that's what I've been working on. I haven't been working on a ton of other works in progress. I guess first up I will show these. My cute, this is my little birthday gift to myself, a little, what is it, Magner bag. They're on Etsy and they're based out of Athens, Georgia, and they're really nice. Waxed canvas little project bag. But these are my birthday cast on from this year. So I know I talked about this last week. The colors are a bit more accurate back here. My light is washing it out if I hold it up too close. But this is out of, not Woolberry, Woolly Mammoth Fibre Company, based out of Ireland. And that's what my birthday socks were knit out of last year. These are just some different colors. So our little contrast on part of the cuff is Spiced Pumpkin, and then our main color is Harvest Hues. I decided to do 2/3 of the cuff in Spiced Pumpkin and then switch to the Harvest Hues to finish out the last third of the cuff, and then we have made a little bit of progress on the leg. And I did this knitting primarily on my birthday and on Sunday of this past week. So not a ton of progress. This is still the first sock, but we are on the fun and easy vanilla portion. I will be doing an afterthought cut in heel for those, and they will be contrast heels with that Spiced Pumpkin color again. But since there's not much to show there, that's kind of where I'm going to end that. There's only so much you can say about vanilla socks. Next up, which hopefully I did not drop a stitch. Okay, doesn't look like it. These are kind of half-finished objects, and y'all, if you've seen this this podcast before, you will have definitely seen these before. But these are the Kindling Socks. This is a pattern by Lindsey Fowler. We've got this really nice, simple little garter detail on the leg. Oh, there you go. There you can see it nicely. And then it's like a nice ribbed sock with a garter stitch heel flap. And this is out of my Autumn Bonfire colorway. So as you can tell, first sock is done and has been done for forever. And we're plodding along on our second sock. I have, oh my gosh, I'll just blow it out horribly. I have started on the first little garter section on the leg. I'm a little bit over halfway through. And these are the socks I've been picking up kind of primarily because I am on the second sock, and I would like to ideally finish these up this week. We shall see. I am planning on working on this a little bit this weekend, but my best friend is coming into town, and knowing me, I will be too distracted talking and catching up with her to actually be knitting, but we'll see. I'm aiming to film again next Thursday, and with that being the hope that by then I will have the second sock of these done. This is in my By the Bay Bag Co. Little tote project bag. I've been really bad about talking about my bags, but I figured I might as well talk about those too, because I have a lot of fringe bags from Fringe Supply Co. and they obviously, well, not obviously, but Fringe Supply Co. is no longer in business, so there's no point in me talking about this, but this is my porter bin that is housing my sweater. This tends to be my primary sweater bag for knitting because it's just kind of, you can fit a big beefy sweater in it, and you can fit all of your yarn, and I've got like my interchangeable needle case in here and stuff like that, so I can fit all of these things that I might possibly need in there no problem and still be able to carry it around. But it doesn't look like much progress. We are still on the back panel. Down here where this little stitch marker is right here is where I split for the back, and last I measured I had about an inch. I was working on this yesterday at knit group, and I'm hoping to get the back panel done probably tomorrow. My friend doesn't come in until really late tomorrow night, so I should be done with all the house cleaning because I'm kind of tackling it in sections. Today is like kitchen and dining room cleaning, but I'm hoping to be kind of done with cleaning tomorrow morning, and then when my work day kind of finishes, I can then work on my sweater, which would be great. But yeah, oh, let me put my sweater away before I even talk about anything about the sweater. This is the Lodge sweater. Going to hold it upside down again because that seems to be the easiest way to kind of see everything. We have a lovely large split hem. This will be a drop shoulder construction. This is a pattern by Ozetta, and I am knitting this out of my own yarn. I am knitting this on BFL Aran, so I did have to kind of adjust my my gauge a bit. Because it's a pattern for worsted weight yarn. But anyways, so I'm doing this on my BFL Aran, and this is out of my Silver Fox colorway, so lovely variegated gray. Ooh, that's washing things out. There we go. Lovely variegated gray with kind of steely, almost like bluey speckles. And I'm very excited to have this done. I was hoping to have this done for Rhinebeck, but given the fact that we are like almost 2 weeks away. Oh, excuse me, I just hiccuped really hard. We are almost 2 weeks away. I don't know how much faith I have in myself to get my sweater done. I would, however, like to have the front and the back panels done by Rhinebeck and be able to just be on Sleeve Island for Rhinebeck. I think that that's doable. Probably finishing my sweater is also doable if that's the only thing I work on, but my sock mojo is here, and that's all I want to work on. But that is kind of it for stuff that's actually getting worked on right now. Once I finish my Kindling Socks, I will be casting on a brand spanking new pair of socks for the Falling Leaves sock knit along that's being hosted by Earth Tones Girl over on Instagram. Highly recommend even just following the hashtag because it'll get you in your fall vibes. But that's kind of it for the knitting for this episode. I might show y'all a little bit of what I'm planning on dropping off for samples because I'm excited about that. So one second. So I have a lot of projects that are casted on with my yarn, but I don't have a ton of projects that are finished with my yarn that also aren't in heavy wear rotation to where I'm not comfortable using them as a shop sample. But I do have a few things though that I think would be really great, and I'm going to be working on a couple more things this weekend too as well, I do believe. That's at least the plan. We'll see what happens this weekend. But since Chattanooga Yarn Company is about to open, and I know one of the ladies is knitting with some of my yarn right now to make a shop sample, I figured I can help them out because I do have a few things that I think would be really good. So like I said, I'm going to drop these off because they do have this particular yarn in their shop right now. This is from my StellaLuna Library Yarn Club, and it will be coming back in the shop kind of as a big update of StellaLuna Library Yarn Club colorways if anyone's interested in that, probably in the new year. But since I do have these done, I am going to drop these off. And then I've got a couple of other things. So they've got a few of my fall colors. And last year I just so happened to have knit little baby sock sized little kind of stocking style baby socks with the intent of making like kind of an autumnal sock garland out of them. And but I think that these will be really good to drop off at the yarn store and have them, you know, kind of hanging with my yarn and stuff. Plus they're small, so they don't take up a ton of room. And just really like how those look. And I think that'll be a good little kind of sample. And I'm going to be knitting some more. So because I do want to have these to wear. And these were not knit with the intention of them being any kind of sample for even myself. Like my own personal shop type samples. I am going to instead, because I do have leftovers of this, knit some little baby sock samples and stuff to add to this little collection right here. But so those are like kind of like the first couple. And then these are my conversation heart socks that I knit this past spring. This was a Valentine's colorway that I had in the shop, and it's super speckly and really, really pretty. Oh, it's blowing out again. Lighting struggles. Let's see if we get, there we go. As you can see, there's lots of speckles here. It's very bright, and I personally really like these, and I have worn these a little bit like just around the house, but these are clean, so figured these would make for a good sample for the time being, and I don't need them anytime soon and stuff. And I'm thinking, again, I have extras of this. I can very easily knit some small baby sock samples. And when I go by the shop later on today, I'll talk to Dana and Mary and kind of see what kind of shop, oh my gosh, it's a tongue twister, what kind of shop samples that they would like, so I can kind of work on that. Next up, this is scarf number 1, I think, by My Favorite Things. And this is out of my Bee's Knees colorway. I knit this with BFL sock held double, and it's kind of a little bandana style little scarf and stuff, but super pretty and just like a lovely golden color. I actually really like this. I usually don't feel like I'm a yellow girl. I struggle with a lot of shades of yellow, and I don't feel like I struggle with this one. Like, this is one that I feel looks good. But since this is something small, and I do have some other shawls that I can wear, I don't feel bad about dropping this off as a little bit of a sample and stuff. And again, it's something small, so it's not going to be anything like big, like a whole sweater sample kind of thing. I would love to be able to offer that, but knowing how slow I am as a knitter, I don't think it's going to be something that I can do. And you know, I know that there's people out there who like to do sample knitting, but I don't know. It feels weird to ask someone else to knit something for me to then use. You know, like it seems kind of strange. But all that to say, that is what I'll be taking to the Chattanooga Yarn Company that I've knit, and kind of what I'm planning on working some more on. I have a whole 3 cubby holes dedicated to my scraps, both my yarn and other people's yarn, and I'm going to go through it and pull out some of my yarn and kind of dedicate that to knitting a baby sock sample out of. It'll probably just be 1 sock kind of deal, so just enough to kind of like show the colorway and be used as an example. So that shouldn't be too difficult. I can do a baby sock in a day, even with my distracted style of knitting. So I think that that's an attainable sample to provide. And then they could have a cute little hand knit sock garland to display some of my colorways, which I just think would be really cute. So, and then I can work on my own, or eventually that'll become mine as colors like cycle out of the shop or stuff or something like that. So we'll see. Either way, I'm just really excited. But I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I am planning on filming again next week. So if you feel inclined to like or leave a comment down below, I always look forward to that. I like reading what y'all say when you leave comments, but don't feel any pressure to do that. This is my hobby channel, so it's not like I need you, like some of these people out there who are filming, you know, have their videos monetized and stuff like that, and at least I don't think my videos are monetized. I haven't seen any money that says my videos are monetized. But anywho, I'm just rambling now. But thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed.